Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the Amplified World. How you guys doing today? You know, I'm doing really good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really great day. We're currently standing on top of the thing that we built last episode, which is our Minecraft elevator. Minecart elevator. I always say Minecraft elevator. I think it's just because I'm playing Minecraft. It's always on the brain. But yeah, we're up here, and no, we're not going to be doing this today. I'm standing up here. Okay, little backstory. I'm standing up here, kind of planning things out in my brain, and I'm getting some things going. And I've got some things in my brain place that I'm gonna implement. It's a little early in the recording session. I haven't recorded at all today, so my English is not the best. But I was getting some things in my head, getting things ready. But we're not gonna be doing this today. Today we are going to. Oh, well, that's my butt. Today we are going to be doing our Q&A session. I asked you guys for questions last Friday. It's Monday, by the way. Hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was boring. Nothing happened. Nothing to report from the Ballentinelp side. Didn't even play any good games. Nothing at all. Just nothing happened at all. Just stayed at my desk most of the time. But anyways, I asked for some questions on Friday, and you guys came out with tons of them. There were so many of them, and I thank you. Thank you for that. I love it when there's like a call to arms type thing. I don't do it often. But when I do it, I love seeing that response from you guys, and it really helps. It really makes me feel good. It really makes me feel like you guys care. But yeah, thank you guys for all the love for the last episode. Thank you guys for all the questions. We're going to be jumping into the Q&A for today. I did do a very, very long binding session over the weekend. That's the only thing that I accomplished, I swear. That's it. Nothing else happened. I wouldn't mind for about, I think, almost 2 hours. I had a lot of stuff that happened during that time. I took all that footage that I had, scrunched it down into a 20-minute episode. And then we're going to talk over it. Well, actually, I've already edited it. I still got to do the actual Q&A part of it and get all that stuff ready. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into doing the questions. What game are you playing? Links in the down there. What is your Twitter? Links in the down there. What seed is this? Links in the down there. What texture pack is that? Links in the down there. Can I have the world download? Links in the down there. What background music is that? It sounds so cool. Links in the down there. What sky texture is that? Well, actually, this one isn't in the links in the down there. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I borrowed this the sky texture that we always use from False Symmetry like 2 years ago, and I don't even know what it's called or how to get it. It's been way too long since I've gotten it, so I'm really sorry I don't have the link for that. What are your computer specs? Well, actually, this one isn't in the description. I keep a lot of different stuff in the description, but I don't keep too much in there. I just keep all the main stuff about the video. I keep a lot of stuff in my about section of my channel page, if you guys are ever wondering. I keep my computer specs in my about section. I keep my recording software. I keep my editing software. I keep my my email if you ever guys need to get in touch with me for some strange reason. I keep just a whole bunch of different stuff in the about section of my channel page. If you guys want to go check that out for all that information, that's where you can find it. But yeah, that should be it for all the questions that I always get. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to get done with all of these questions. Now, some of you sent in more than others. I'm going to have at least one per person who sent in a question. That way, everybody's implemented in the video. But if you had multiples of them and I don't get to those, it's just because I didn't have enough time to put it in the video. So, first and foremost, let's start off with Tech Asian Gaming. He was the first one to comment. Thank you for all the comments, by the way. I see you all the time in the comment section. What inspires your love for building with diorite? Now, I've mentioned this before, and I thought I'd go ahead and reiterate it inside this Q&A session. I personally took a loving for diorite as soon as it came out, but the reason I really started getting into loving diorite is because I watched a lot of Slipgator back when he actually did Minecraft content, and during Hermitcraft Season 3, when they first moved over to the 1.8 map, he built solely with diorite, and just watching him made me love it. I enjoyed seeing the really bright colors that it was able to come with. And of course, diorite only looks good in Fateful 32. If you look at any other texture pack or the default texture, even in my opinion, this is the only time you're ever going to hear it, even though I've said it before, don't like it. It looks like bird poop. Boom. That's it. Now, with that being said, I do love diorite. I love the white texture. It's so much easier to get than quartz, even though quartz is a little bit more of a pure texture. I like the diorite because it has that texturedness to it. It has a little bit of grooves in it, and it goes well with a lot of different blocks. And personally, my two favorite colors are actually blue and white, and orange. I love orange too, but blue and white are some of my two favorite colors, and of course, they go well with each other. And of course, water goes well with diorite. It's just a lot of fun to build with. And the reason I really like it is because it stands out a lot of times whenever you build something in like a natural setting in Minecraft. You want to stand out from the scenery, and diorite, the reason because it's white, it stands out so well against any canopus that you put it against, unless you're building in a snow biome, of course. But if you're building it anywhere, it just stands out and people see it and they're like, holy crap, that looks so cool. That's really why I like building with diorite. So Mumbo Jumbo or Exhumavoid? This is a very hard question to answer because I love both of them. Now, the thing is, I prefer, if I had to watch one of their videos, I prefer watching Mumbo over Zazuma, but I like Zazuma's redstone stuff over Mumbo's. I don't know. I use a lot of redstone-y stuff from Zazuma, but I watch a lot of Mumbo's videos just because I think he's an entertaining guy. I don't know. They're both really good people. Frank Males. Ha! Finally a name that I could pronounce. I don't know what it is with very long and complicated names. It's just a thing. But his comments was, do you have any interesting hobbies? Not really. I mean, they're not really super crazy. I mean, I do a lot of gaming. Of course, a lot of people do that nowadays. It's really mainstream. I don't read a lot, but I actually do write a lot. Besides, besides that, I do watch a lot of anime. But on the side of writing, the reason I think I started doing it is because since I have been watching a lot of anime, I mean, it's been giving me all these really cool ideas and stories that I could. And personally, one of the things I've always did as a kid was I always thought of myself and and I always like doing this. I don't know why I do it. But I always like putting myself in these weird situations, like these interesting situations I see in movies and stuff. And I was like thinking, like, how would I deal with it? What would I do in that situation? And I always did that growing up. And I guess I had like this alter ego of myself that just was created out of, just out of my mindset. And doing that, I guess watching anime has really made me want to implement more of that. So I started writing about it, and I actually have a folder just full of stuff. Like, I have a folder that just has, like, I just go on Word and just start writing. I have like 2 different like stories with 21 pages on them. But you guys will never ever read those, unfortunately, unless you guys really want it for you guys to read. But if you guys, I mean, just let me know in the comment section. Next set of questions comes from Mawa. It starts with an M and ends with an H, and it has a W-A in the middle. I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to pronounce that. I am sorry. I am illiterate. Of course, I am American, so we are illiterate. What brought you to Minecraft? Now, this was actually a really interesting question for me to dive into because I don't exactly remember, and I thought it would be interesting. I went back on one of my old YouTube accounts, and no, you guys will never find it because I didn't upload anything to it. I just went back and tried to find it, and I found it. And I went back into my history section, and it went back a long way. I liked like 5,000 videos, and it took me forever to get all the way back down to there. But I think, and I remembered this, and I just wanted to check with it, but I think, and I found out that apparently when I first started watching Minecraft, it was a complete accident. And I remembered this being like this, but I wasn't really sure, and I wanted to make sure. I watched a lot of Call of Duty. Of course, back when I first got into YouTube, I was around 14, 13-ish. I don't remember exactly, but when I first got into watching YouTube, I watched a lot of Call of Duty stuff because that's what I was into at the time. And I watched a lot of Syndicate, and I watched a lot of the Crew a long time ago. I watched a lot of the Crew. If you guys don't know who they are, they're just a bunch of group of guys that play games together. And of course, I mean, I don't watch their stuff much anymore. Neither do I don't watch Syndicate stuff anymore. But they were really, well, to my 14-year-old mind, I just loved their stuff. I thought they were hilarious. And they still are funny, but then I digress on that. Anyways, I watched a lot of their stuff, and originally I ran into Minecraft because of Syndicate. I ran into his Minecraft stuff when he started doing the Syndicate project. Now, I did not watch it when it first started playing. I kind of jumped into it when he was already around 100 episodes or so, and I marathoned that sucker. And And I also watched one of my favorite series of his was his Lonely Island series, and I loved it because it just had that little bit of edginess to it because it was a hardcore survival island type deal. And I always thought about doing it myself, but I never really pulled the trigger on it. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comment section. But I just loved watching it, and that's how I actually got into watching Minecraft stuff. And then somehow I branched off from there, ended up getting into Hermitcraft, and I watched a lot of Hermitcraft, and of course I got into Hypermine. I watched a lot of Hypermine stuff, and it just kind of grew from there. That's how it started. What would you bring on a deserted island? I don't know, a boat? I don't really like this question. I'm sorry. I wouldn't survive on a deserted island, not a desert island, but I wouldn't survive on a deserted island, so I really don't like thinking about it because it makes me sad. Makes me think of Lost. Don't like it. What would you like Minecraft to add in the next update? I have very, very few expectations for Mojang because I've been asking for the same thing for the last 4 updates, and I'm still waiting. Sooner or later. Mojang, give me diorite half slabs. What game do you play most of the time other than Minecraft? Now, I play a whole slew of other games. One of my favorite games series of all time is the Dark Souls series. I love it because it's challenging. I used to play a lot of, well, I still do. I kind of got back into it, but I used to play a lot of old classic games. I loved playing the old Sonics. I loved playing the old Legend of Zeldas. Loved a lot of Nintendo stuff. And of course, we're going to have a question about this later on, but I played a lot of stuff like that. Now, in my spare time, I play a lot of like I said, Dark Souls. I play a little bit of Bethesda games like Fallout and Skyrim. Nothing really too serious. And I like adventure games. I like stuff that allows me to make my own story. That's the reason why that is. And I also like stuff with a good story to it, like something that I can grab onto, something that's fun to do. Those are the kind of games that I really like playing. What games do you not have that you would like to get? I want a Nintendo Switch, dang it. Why do they have to? I hate Nintendo. I want one so bad. Why does Nintendo have to make so few consoles? Do they're like, you know what? The Wii U sucked. They're probably not gonna buy the Switch. Let's just make less than half than what we need, and we're just gonna throw it out there, and everybody's gonna gather them up. Now they're on Amazon for twice the price, and I'm not paying that. Dang it! I want to Switch. This next question was from Moose Easter 24. I wonder what the other 23 Moose Eaters were. But anyways, he asked this question: when is pizza time? And is that a quick question? Because all the time, baby. Is there really any other time? This next set of questions was from Rico Shia. I probably butchered that name, but thank you for your comment, buddy. Xbox or PlayStation? I grew up on PlayStation, but I actually have an Xbox One now. But I grew up on PlayStation games. I love PlayStation, the Arsenal and the PlayStation stuff. The reason I like PlayStation over Xbox is just because of the one series of games, and that's the Kingdom Hearts series, and I love it to death. I marathoned all the games, loved it. I don't have a PS4, so I was a little happy. I saw at E3, well, it wasn't at E3, but I saw when maybe it was E3, I don't remember, but they showed off another trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, and at the end, it said it was going to be on Xbox One. I got so happy, and I hope it happens, because I really want to play it. I played every single one of them except for Dream Drop Distance, which I'm going to buy as soon as I get a job, but I want I want to play it so bad. But I love the Kingdom Hearts series. I really hope they bring it to Xbox One, but I prefer PlayStation. What's your favorite food? Well, that one's easy. Cow. I love cow. What are some of your pet peeves? I'm not really a high maintenance kind of guy. I usually can get along with just about everybody, and nothing really bothers me, except for 2 different things. Number 1, don't lie to me. Number 2, don't waste my time. Those are the only 2 things that I really don't like. Any other time, I get along with everybody. But if someone commits 1 or 2 or both of, well, either of those things, it just bothers me. I don't know why. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have an older brother and a younger sister. What is your favorite anime series? Okay, so I put a ton of thought into this, and I am going to leave a link. Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave a list of a couple of my favorite animes in the description if you guys want to go look at those. But there are a lot of stuff. Like, I've watched a lot of stuff. And, you know, I could just go ahead and just throw out those shoujin models that, shoujin animes that everybody watches, like those big star, like Dragon Ball or Naruto, or I could just say Attack on Titan or Sword Art Online, or those really big mainstream ones. I could say those, but so all of those, by the way, are very good and I recommend watching. But those really aren't my favorite. Well, Dragon Ball is. I love Dragon Ball to death. I love it to death, and so with Naruto. Love them both to death, watched them completely through and through, all the filler, loved it. Now, the thing is, I wouldn't say those because those are really mainstream. A lot of people know about those. The ones that I really enjoy watching are like the little series, like the little snippet ones, the ones that are only like 13 episodes. Those are the ones I really like. And to be honest, I could talk about this for hours, which I was proceeding to do, but I'm just gonna list 3 of them. Well, 3 off the top of my head that I really recommend watching. I'm gonna leave a whole bunch of them in the description, like I said before. The number one that I would recommend watching is Haganai or Haganai. I can't pronounce it. I always pronounce that title wrong. But they have two different seasons of it. It was Haganai and Haganai Next. Now, the actual title of it is some long Japanese name that I'm not going to try to pronounce, and it roughly translates to "I don't have many friends." And it's about a group of friends in high school who are really bad at making friends, so they try to make friends using each other, and it's a really funny story. It's a romantic comedy type of deal, and I really recommend watching it. It's a lot of fun to watch. I'll leave it in the description, of course. The next one would be New Game. It was a series that came out, I do believe, last year, and it's about a gaming company. Well, it's actually about a group of people in a gaming company who are making a game, and it's a lot of. I just think it's really funny, and it's really interesting to see how things are done in that kind of sense. And it personally just kind of adhered to me because I love gaming and stuff like that. But I really recommend watching it. It's a lot of fun to watch. And the last one would be Ray Zero. Now, this one's a little bit more mainstream. A lot of people usually know about this one. Rim, Best Girl. You guys will know about that if you guys watch it. It's about a dude who gets teleported to a fantasy world after, just for some strange reason or another, he got transported to a fantasy world, and apparently if he dies in that world, he just respawns. So it's an interesting story about him trying to figure out how the world works and trying to become the hero in that story, and it's a lot of fun to watch, and I really recommend watching it. And again, Rim is Best Girl. Ford or Holden? Now, originally when I saw this question, I had absolutely no idea what it meant, and then I went and looked it up, and apparently Holden is a car company. I knew Ford was a car company. Here in the States, we don't have Holden. Or Holden, or probably pronouncing that incompletely. But we don't have that car company in the States, or the United States, or however you want to say it. We actually have, our distinguishing between Ford and another company is actually Ford and Chevrolet. I prefer Chevy. I don't know if Chevy has anything to do with Holden, probably don't, but I actually drive a Chevy. Would you rather die painfully and be remembered, or die peacefully and be forgotten? This one was actually a really great comment. I love thinking about stuff like this. To be honest with you, I've never really cared about being forgotten about. I'm one of those people that care more about the long-term effects with people than the short-term. As long as, if I'm able to help a person in a way that really helps them and really changes them as a person, or makes them better in some way, shape, or form, even if they forgot about me within, a week or 2 weeks, or just in general, if they ended up forgetting about me, it would never really bother me. So to answer your question, it really doesn't matter to me whether or not they forget about me or not. I'm going to be dying anyways, so whether it's painful or not doesn't really matter. Elliot Barcat? I mispronounced that, I'm sorry, but thank you for your comment anyways. What is your future plans for YouTube? This is a very interesting question, because I'm not good at making plans. I could say what I would like to do. I mean, everybody, I always generalize this, but for me, I would love to entertain people for a living. I mean, that'd be great, but of course that's not really feasible. It's just, I think I've grown to accept that, but at the same time, I love doing this, and I'm going to continue doing this for as long as I can. If I ever get that opportunity, if you guys ever, if the community grows, it just becomes possible for me in the future to actually do this for a job, it'd be great. I don't think that will happen, but if it does, who cares? It'd be great. It'd be amazing. I'd love to do it. Like, if I ever got that opportunity, if for some strange reason tomorrow I woke up and my channel blew up, I would do it in a heartbeat. It's not just because I feel like I would do it because I would love to do it. And to be honest, it would be a dream come true. It really would. I would do it if I could, but I just don't think it will happen. I got a comment from someone called Cloud Jumper, and it wasn't really a comment for a question for this episode, but I just thought it was funny. Oh my god, are you Slipgator? No, I'm not Slipgator, unfortunately. I'm glad I have another Slipgator fan in the comment section. AC Gamer 754 asked me, what is your favorite Minecraft series on your channel? This is a very hard question to answer. I have a lot of them that I really like. My #1 favorite series, I could just say the season 1 series of the single player, just because it was the best going series on the channel. I enjoyed doing that world, but it wasn't my favorite. My actual favorite I've done so far would probably be my Infinity Evolved world when I play on the Hypermind server. I had a lot of fun doing that world, and it just had a lot of really great builds on that world. And if you're ever looking for a mod series to watch, I'd recommend watching that one. But I guess that would probably be my favorite world just because of the builds that I did. Daniel Brewings, I probably mispronounced that. Terribly sorry. I am American, so I can't speak correctly. What is your biggest inspirations? It doesn't have to be with YouTube. So I've already talked about the YouTube inspiration, which of course would have been Slipgator. Outside of YouTube, I don't know. I don't really look up to anybody, and I think that's really a fault of mine. I don't really look to other people for inspiration. The reason I don't is I usually just look inside myself. Maybe I have an inner person that I talk to. That could be, I could say that, but you guys would think I'm crazy. I use myself as an inspiration. I don't know. Whenever I get down in the dumps, I just kind of look inside myself and start cheering myself up. That's how I do it. I don't know why. I just start telling myself it'll be okay, and I just keep moving. That's what I do. I inspire myself, apparently. Mustang Girl 3374. There must have been a whole lot of other Mustang Girls. Dang, if you are a Mustang Girl and there's other 3,373 of you, that'd be great to have a party. You guys would have more people there than my subscriber count. But how do you find time to record all of your videos? This is a very hard question to answer because I don't know. I don't know how I do it, especially when it comes with Minecraft content. For those of you who don't record videos, or for those of you who do, you would know the struggle, but for those of you who don't, you won't know the struggle. Making videos isn't hard. In general, it's not hard, but making Minecraft content itself is hard because you have to do a lot of different stuff when you make Minecraft content. There's a lot of on-screen work that you do, there's a lot of off-screen work that you do, there's a lot of pre-planning, there's a lot of resource gathering, there's a lot of leveling, there's a lot of this, there's a lot of that, there's a lot of stuff involved. And trying to get it all accomplished is very difficult. I don't know how I do it. I guess I'm just driven. I'm driven to do it because I enjoy doing it. When it comes to just other Let's Play channels, especially like if you ever, some of my favorite ones are the Game Grumps. I love their stuff. They're funny. They're hilarious people. But doing that kind of stuff, if I was ever in that setting, there's probably a lot more intricate stuff in there that I just don't know about because I don't do stuff like that. But I've done series like that before, and they're really easy to do. I just pop out a 10-minute episode, sync up the audio, you're done. But for Minecraft Let's Plays, it's not like that, unfortunately. There's a lot of other stuff off screen that you guys just don't ever see. I don't know how I do it. Gabe Cod asked, can you do a multiplayer Minecraft world in the future? I actually have done those before. I've been on the Hypermind server, or I've done, I did a world on a friend of mine's. He had a server of his own. His name, of course, was Drax. If you guys don't know him, if I remember, I'll put him in the description. He doesn't need my input. He's got a great community going. But I've done them before, and it's not that I don't like them. It's just I don't really have time to do them now. Like I said in the previous answer, it's so much easier just to record on my own time, just to record on a single player world and do my own builds and stuff like that. Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that Q&A session. Again, thank you guys for all the comments. I really do appreciate it. I'm glad you guys were interested in that, and I hope you guys liked the video itself. Now, to show off how much stuff we got during that mining session, a little crazy, but check that out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half stacks of iron. We also have a little over almost 2 stacks of gold, all these diamonds. We didn't get a ton of diamonds for that session. I did get, I think, 2 different pockets worth of it. I wasn't really going down on diamond level. I was just going through caves after caves after caves. It was nuts. I really wish you could use redstone inside of beacons. That'd be too overpowered though. But we got a ton of stuff now. You smelt all that up. Do I have the coal for it? Nope. That's great. I have to go and grab some coal. Now, with that being said, I think next episode we are going to end up starting working on the beacon room. I don't know where I'm going to put it though, so I got to figure out where that's going to be. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, guys. I had a ton of fun today. Hope you guys did as well. So don't forget, guys, if you hated this video, you know where to put it. But if you did enjoy it, do not forget to hit the like button, guys. Like I always like to say, you guys have been showing such amazing support on this series so far. Now I hope you guys, that's not what I wanted to say. I'm terrible at outros, but thank you guys for all your amazing support. Guys, don't forget to post any questions, comments, or smart marks, comment section down there. I love hearing from you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, Nobali. Have a great and wonderful rest of y'all day. See you guys in the next video.